Good morning, and I'm back after a short hiatus, and it seems that Microsoft are also back after a much longer hiatus. And we all know that they didn't put out the most stellar of games in the last generation, and everybody's been waiting around to see what they would do. And people like me have said, well, they've got a strategy and they are investing and we will see games. And I think they actually delivered on that yesterday, or at least partially delivered on that yesterday, because we still have to see those games in action. But yesterday at the Xbox and Bethesda Showcase, they gave us a whole raft of games that are coming to Xbox, and more specifically to Game Pass, because that's the future of Xbox. And a pretty bright future it looks too. The showcase yesterday started with Todd Howard coming on stage and introducing Starfield. And we got a trailer for Starfield, though we didn't really get any gameplay. We did get a date though, and that's 11/11/22. So end of next year, which is a bit later than a lot of people would expect. But, you know, I was thinking it was probably the end of next year, to be honest. I didn't think we'd see it much earlier than that. The showcase continued on from there though, and we got game after game after game. 30 in all, 27 of which are coming to Game Pass. So the next game we saw was Stalker 2, and that looked utterly stunning. My jaw hit the ground when I was looking at that one. Then we got Back 4 Blood, which is made by the people who made Left 4 Dead, and it's basically Left 4 Dead but with a new title, because I think they couldn't use the title. That's coming October 12th, and also is a Game Pass game. Surprise, surprise. Then we got Contraband. Don't know much about that. It looked okay. It's Avalanche Studios, and that's coming Game Pass day one as well. Then we got an update for Sea of Thieves with Jack Sparrow and Pirate's Life and all that, which is June 22nd. Not my thing, but if you're into Sea of Thieves, I'm sure that's exciting for you. Then we got Like a Dragon coming to Game Pass to join all the other Yakuza games. So that was a good announcement, and it's cool for me because I haven't played Like a Dragon yet, so I'll jump in and give that one a go. Then we got Battlefield, which was one of the two games. I say two, I think there must be three, but at least two that I noted that aren't coming to Game Pass. So we got Battlefield 2042, and that's coming October 22nd. And as I say, it's not coming to Game Pass. Then we got 12 Minutes, which I'm really looking forward to 12 Minutes. This is Annapurna Interactive, and that's coming on the 19th of August, so not far off. And that looks really good. Really good, interesting indie game with an interesting story and a kind of Groundhog Day repeated situation that you have to try and solve and get yourself out of. So that's one that's a highlight for me. Then we've got Psychonauts 2, which is actually a multi-plat game, but it's going to be on Game Pass day one. So that's the place to play, really, isn't it? I mean, you're not having to go out and pay it, or pay for it, I should say. And then we got Pete Hines coming on stage, and he announced that we're getting 10 more Bethesda games coming to Game Pass, I believe. And he said something about Fallout 76, Steel Rain, and The Pit, which is coming in 2022. Steel Rain this year, I believe. I'm not really interested in Fallout 76, but, you know, if it's your thing and you want to play it and you're looking forward to those updates, then fill your boots. And apparently it has got an audience on Game Pass, so it's given it a new lease of life. And that is another feather in the cap of Game Pass. And, this was the Game Pass show. Again, for Microsoft, they are really pushing Game Pass. Then we heard some stuff about Elder Scrolls Online, and it's getting enhanced for S and X, along with a load of other games as well. It all got a bit confusing with this because it was all going very, very fast. But hopefully I'll get into that a bit more, and we'll be able to see a little bit more about those games that are getting Xbox Series X and S enhancements, which I think is a big deal. Then we saw something called Party Animals, which is coming out in 2022, not my sort of thing. And then Hades. Now, I know Count, who does podcasts with me on occasion, is a big fan of Hades. And I know a lot of people who like roguelikes. They're really into Hades. It's supposed to be a really, really good game. Not really my sort of thing, because I'm not really into roguelikes, because I hate repetition, which is probably not ideal for a gamer. but I do. I'm not a great one for repetition, but I do want to try Hades because it is supposed to be very good. And then there's a game called Somerville, which I didn't really register too much, but that's coming next year anyway. Gives us all time to find out a little bit more about that, and that's also coming to Game Pass. And then we got Halo Infinite, and Halo Infinite looked bloody amazing. The graphics on that looked far better than they did last year, which you would expect. They've had a whole another year to bake it and make it look good. And the multiplayer is going to be 120 frames per second, so that's going to be buttery smooth. And the story campaign also looks interesting. I'll wait and see because it's kind of open world, and that could fall flat on its face, or it could be amazing. So if it's a load of rinse and repeat missions, then I won't be interested. If they handle it well and they use the Halo ring well, then yeah, it'll definitely be a game that I want to play. I do like the Halo games. And we're seeing that the multiplayer and the story campaign are launching together in holiday 2021. So holiday this year. No more delays for Halo. So that's one to look forward to. Then we got Diablo 2 Remastered, which is... I did write a date down here, but I can't read it. But you can try and read my own writing. But yeah, that's if you're into Diablo, not really my game. I've never really played the Diablo games. Heard they're good, but not for me. The one that it did interest me is A Plague Tale Requiem. Now, I've not played the first Plague Tale yet, although it is on the shelf behind me, and it is one I want to play. So that excited me quite a lot. It looks like a really good, or the first one looks like a really good sort of AA quality game, and I think this one might up the quality as well. I mean, it looked lovely, and it was an interesting story, or it seemed to be an interesting story, so that's definitely one that's on my radar. Far Cry 6, they can, well, if I see it in a sale, I might end up getting it. But frankly, I'm done with Ubisoft. Their games just bore me these days. And then we got Slime Rancher, which is a console launch exclusive, and that's coming 2022. And then Shredders, which is a kind of snowboarding game. Looked okay. I mean, some snowboarding games are great and I really enjoy them, but some of them really do fall flat on their face. So I'm going to wait and see on that one. That's coming... this year, 2021, and I did write, is that December? Yeah, December 2021. So it's when we're seeing all the Christmassy weather and the winter weather, it's coming out then, so that's quite fitting. And then another game called Atomic Heart, which looks like a kind of adventure type game, role-playing maybe. Again, it's one that's coming a bit later in the year. Well, I didn't write a date down for this. I don't think we've got a date for this one. So I would normally write a date down if we had a date for it. Didn't see a date for that. That's a console launch exclusive, is it? It's coming to Game Pass anyway. And then a game called Replaced, which is coming 2022. Again, I know very little about that. Looked interesting. That will be one I'll keep my eye on. But as I say, I don't know much about it at this stage. Then we've got an update for Grounded. Shroom and Doom update coming June 30th, so that's almost on us. And then Among Us is coming to Game Pass on June 15th, so my lad's going to be really happy about that because he really likes Among Us, and he'll probably try and get me to play it with him. And then there's Ayuden Chronicle, which is a JRPG or something. It didn't really... There's two different versions or something. It's really, that kind of thing leaves me cold. If it's your thing, fine. Don't knock me for not being interested in it. It's not my thing, not bothered with it. If you are, brilliant. Hope you have a great time with it. But yeah, not really bothered with that. Then Age of Empires 4, which I am really interested in, but I would love to see that come to Xbox. Xbox has got keyboard and mouse capability now, so why not bring it? Just make it available. Put it on Game Pass and put it on Game Pass for console. I'd love that. As it is, it's coming to PC, and I'll enjoy it on my PC, but I'd love to sit in the lounge and have a go with it, and maybe get my lad playing it on his PC. It'd be fun. But yeah, like I say, I do want to get it on console. That would be nice. Maybe it will do eventually. Then we got a sort of teaser, which was hilarious, I have to say, for Outer Worlds 2, really taking the mickey out of the whole trailers for games thing. And, Microsoft has been... criticised for some of their trailers and the fact they don't show gameplay, so this was kind of a nod to that in a way. So it was nice to see that Microsoft Studios can take the mickey out of themselves to some degree. And Outer Worlds 2, that's coming who knows when. Then we got Flight Sim, which is coming to Xbox Game Pass on July 27th, so not far off. That'll be an interesting one. I haven't played that on my PC yet. I will probably play it on the Xbox and see how it does on the Series X. And it's getting a Top Gun Maverick expansion as well to tie in with the film that should be coming, which I'm sure my partner will be interested in because she loves the first film, but I'm not really that bothered, to be honest. And then we got Forza Horizon 5, which looks amazing. I do like the Forza games. And I like Mexico setting. I would have been happy with the Japan setting as well, but I think this works really well. Some of the scenery and some of the work they've done on the graphics on this game is just unreal. People talk about Xbox not having a game to show off the console, but I've always thought the Forza games and racing games in general are very, very good at showing off what a console can do. And Forza Horizon 5, oh my God, that's going to be a game I'm gonna get into from day one. And I don't have to go out and pay for it because I'm a member of Game Pass and it's coming to Game Pass day one, November 9th. And that was pretty much it. We did get Phil Spencer come on and talk about Xbox having 20 years and that they've now got 23 studios, which I think was a bit of a tease because people had been speculating that we'd hear about more studio acquisitions. And, they'd said, no, it's not going to be about that. It's going to be about the games. And they were true to their word. It was all about games. There was nothing about studio acquisitions. There was nothing about backwards compatibility. Not really. There was nothing about, FPS boost or anything like that. It was all about the games that had come in. Okay, there was a little bit relating to backwards compatibility with the Bethesda back catalogue that's coming to Xbox and Game Pass. But that was about it. We did get one last thing, though, and that was Arcane Austin's game, Redfall, which is coming summer 2022. Which looks like, I think someone else said this, something, a bit like a sort of Left 4 Dead, Back 4 Blood type vibe, but with vampires. And it looks like a team-based shooter. Apparently you can play it solo, which will have a squad around you. But then you can also have friends jump in and, join you in a co-op game. And how that works, I don't know. But, games these days are pretty good at handling in and out with co-op. So, that looks okay. Graphically, it looked nice, but it was a CG trailer, wasn't it? There was no real gameplay. So it'd be interesting to see what happens with that. But yeah, as I say, that was it. It was done. And it was quick. It was fast. It gave us loads of games. Gave us Halo, which looked great. Forza Horizon 5, which looked great. Any number of things that we got. Plague Tale, Requiem. I'm just looking through my notes here. It was It was slick and very well put together, unlike this video. It was excellent. I watched it and I was very, very tired and I thought maybe I'd fall asleep during it, which I did during the Ubisoft thing the other day. But no, this kept me awake, kept me interested, and it was very, very positive. All the games we're getting. And what was the number? I did write it down. Let's have a look. 30 games, 27 of which are coming straight to Game Pass. And I think Microsoft are back. I think we're looking at Microsoft giving us a regular, to use the term that Phil Spencer likes, a regular cadence of games. We're going to be seeing games coming to Game Pass day and date, month on month, pretty much. Certainly quarter on quarter. And with third-party deals and first-party, studios delivering, the future's bright for Xbox. That's not to say the future isn't bright for Sony, because they got great games coming too. But it just does look like Xbox are back. And that can only be a good thing for gamers. Anyway, look, that's me done. I'm going to go and grab myself a cup of tea. Hope you enjoyed this one. And if you did, you know the drill. Give me a thumbs up. Like, subscribe, all the rest of it, and hit the little bell as well to be notified, because I am going to be putting out more videos now I'm back doing them. And let me know what you thought of the conference in the comments, and come over to my Discord as well if you really want to chat, and we can talk about it in there. But I'm done. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.